Hello YouTube, hello guys, hello subscribers to the channel, those who are new. Welcome to another video which we did today at Vallely Sport and Marine in Bismarck, North Dakota. We did have to travel 3 hours to get to that location. Beautiful drive, heading south from the northern part of the state to almost the center. Was a lovely drive. And Vallely Sport and Marine, they have two locations, one in Minot and one in Bismarck. So I checked up on their website and noticed they have a couple of these automatic Roxors. Their inventory changes all the time, so I got interested and I just had to do the drive to head to Bismarck. So here is what the location looks like. They also do other types of power sports. You have motorcycles, you have jet skis, boats, and that is the 2019 Mahindra Roxor with the automatic transmission. So this one here is black color, beautiful unit, and they always have a bunch of Roxors there at their location, both locations, Minot or Bismarck. I really like the sand dune colored one. This is a red, which is the same color I have, and this one is kitted out with the door and four seats and the 4-seat rollover protection system. Very beautiful with the aggressive tires. You got the Roxor decal on the hood on that one, and this sand dune Roxor comes with the steel wheels. That's the alloy wheels with bigger tires, more aggressive, so you can see what it looks like. And this is another one with steel wheels, and it also looks very gorgeous in that white. These are all 2019s, and they're all manuals, so no matter what your specifications are, I am very sure that these guys can hook you up with whatever you need. So I always like stopping there, see what they have, because their inventory is moving all the time. So just taking another look, different angle. Beautiful Roxors, just gorgeous. Those tires look really aggressive. I think those would do very well for mud and snow. So I popped open the hood of the 2019 Mahindra Roxor Automatic because, as you know, it comes with the 6L50 transmission, which is built by Punch Power Glide out of Strasbourg in France. And that transmission unit is a sealed unit. So I didn't know exactly how it was going to be implemented in the Roxor, if they will put a dipstick. I did not see a dipstick, so there's no dipstick in there. I also thought they would have some kind of connection between the transmission and the ECU, but I didn't see any additional wires, at least from what I could see, and no other module. Interesting fact about that transmission, it actually houses its electronics inside, so it has a computer built inside the transmission. The unit, I believe they call it a mechatronics. So it has a big unit inside the transmission. Once you drop the oil pan, you can see it in there. That transmission also, when it's implemented in other vehicles, you have the vehicle VIN and the vehicle's characteristics programmed into that computer, which is inside the transmission. And if you have to change whatever parts from that transmission, you have to take it to a dealership and have it matched to whatever vehicle you are transferring it to, usually using the VIN number. So yeah, quite interesting that you look under the hood here, there isn't any more additional plumbing, wiring, cluttering the engine, access to the engine, yet you have this very nice and powerful and robust transmission underneath. So these are just some additional pictures because I looked hard and long and to see if there were any differences that could jump at me between the stick shift and the automatic. None was readily visible. Of course, there's the two lines which don't really come into the hood, but it goes, it runs somewhere underneath there and goes to the transmission cooler radiator. Now, I got to drive this particular unit thanks to Jason at Vallely Sports and Marine in Bismarck. So here we have the unit. This one has just barely 4.8 miles or hours. I can't see very clearly. So it's a very, very smooth unit. It has a little lever underneath. You depress it, then it allows you to shift. It shifts very smooth, through the gate. I really love the way they brought the transmission lever control, the control lever up, so you don't have to reach down to shift through the gears. So it picks up really nicely, smooth, no strange noises, no additional vibrations. And what I really loved about this was the transition from first to second gear. You could barely feel it. It was so gentle. You could just barely feel that little bump. And yeah, that's one characteristic with this transmission. It's used in its other iteration, which is called the ZF, I believe, 6 HP. It's used in other applications, and it works very well. Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Cadillacs, those high-end vehicles. That's where this transmission first made its debut in 2006. So now it's found its way into the Roxor, which is such a great deal because the transmission, it's very highly tuned. And one of some of the characteristics for the transmission is that the way it shifts makes such that it can actually return very high miles per gallon when you have it in a vehicle. The first gear is geared very low, and then the top end is geared very long. So when you're on the highway cruising, it gives very, very good, impressive figures for mileage. For this 2019 also, I noticed the turning radius. It seems to be very tight. It seems to turn, much tighter than my Roxor. So I don't know if they made some changes to the steering, the stop point on the steering, but it seemed to turn in a much smaller radius than my 2018 Roxor. I really love the automatic. I didn't have any surprises. I know I just drove it around a lot, but I kind of really liked it. I'm really, really liking the automatic. So that's what this 2019 Roxor looks like. It's got the rear view mirrors. It's got the doors, the half doors, just 2 pedals, as you can see, like any automatic vehicle. Accelerator, and then the brake pedal, and then just the 2 cards. Those stickers, they look very nice. Mine looks a little bit faded, but these ones, they seem to be of higher quality. Then you also have those warnings on both sides. I believe my 2018 did not have those, where they stress that it is for off-road use. And then you have this new Roxor console. It's very beautiful. That's the soft rubber top, and then you can store some additional items in there. If you notice, you see all those compartments, they are drilled. So I guess that's to allow water to go through, because the Roxor is an off-road vehicle. It doesn't come with a top, so you park it outside. When it rains, everything can drain through. Ryan, who owns the channel Red, White, and Roxor, I believe he's the first person who did that. He drilled through his cup holders, to allow the water to drain. So here's another view of this Roxor. It also has that sticker in there. It says low sulfur diesel only. Most people actually use, they don't use off-road diesel on these things. Most people just use a regular diesel. That's what I do. It's a very beautiful unit. And I actually didn't ask what this one was going for, but I believe they have their prices on the website, Vallely Sports and Marine. So if you are interested, you want to check it out, go on their website and they'll have all the prices listed. So yeah, it was a trip that was totally worth it, and I'm happy I went there, and Jason was more than happy to hook me up for that little short test drive. So I really enjoyed the trip to Bismarck. It was a nice way to spend a Saturday with Roxor. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.